Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation a to the power of b minus b to the power of a is equal to 17. So I want to find both the values of a and b. So now for my solution, I'm going to first start by rewriting this as a to the power of b over 2 times 2. And I have this minus b to the power of a over 2 times 2. And this is the same thing because these two cancel out at the end anyways. Now I'm going to use the property a to the power of m times n is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So this turns into a to the power of b over 2 to the power of 2. Now I have this minus b to the power of a over 2 to the power of 2. Now I'm going to let a over to the power of b over 2 equal to the variable x. And I'm going to let b to the power of a over 2 equal to the variable y. So now I have x squared minus y squared is equal to 17. And this is a much simpler equation from what we started with. So now from here, an important property of algebra is that if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, x squared minus y squared is going to equal x plus y times x minus y. So now I have x plus y times x minus y is equal to 17 because I converted x squared minus y squared to x plus y times x minus y. Now 17 I can rewrite as 17 times 1. And because we know that x plus y is greater than x minus y, what I'm going to do is, because as you notice here, we have a number times another number is equal to another number times another number. And because x plus y is greater than x minus y and 17 is greater than 1, I'm going to make x plus y equal to 17 and x minus y equal to 1. So I get two equations from this. X plus y equals 17 and x minus y is equal to 1. And now if I add these two cancel out. So I get x plus x, which is 2x, is equal to 17 plus 1, which is 18. And now from here, I have 2x is equal to 18. So to solve this, I can divide both sides by 2. And I get x is equal to 9. Now, from here, we're not done yet because we need to find our value of y. Well, notice here that x squared minus y squared is equal to 17. And we don't even have to use that, but we can even use one of these. X plus y equals 17. So if I plug in x into this, I get 9 plus y is equal to 17, meaning y is equal to 8. And I can even check this over here. It says that x minus y equals 1. X is 9, y is 1, so I have 9 minus 8 is equal to 1, and this is true. And now the final check I'm also going to do is over here. It says x squared minus y squared is equal to 17. So I have 9 squared minus 8 squared is equal to 17. 9 squared is 81, 8 squared is 64. And 81 minus 64 is 17. So this is true. So we know that these values of x and y are true. Now, we're not done yet, because remember, our equation was a to the power of b minus b to the power of a equals 17. So we want to find the values of a and b, not x and y. Now to do that, notice over here, we have the relationships. A to the power of b over 2 is equal to x, and b to the power of a over 2 equals y. So I'm going to write this over here. So this means that because x is equal to 9 and y equals 8, I have a to the power of b over 2 is equal to 9, and b to the power of a over 2 is equal to 8. So to solve this, what I'm going to do, these are two separate equations, I'm going to square both sides. So now remember, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So these two cancel out, and I get a to the power of b is equal to 81 for my left-hand side, and for this one, these two cancel out, and I get b to the power of a is equal to 64. Now 81 is the same thing as 3 to the power of 4, and 64 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 6. And two to the power of 6 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 times 2, which is the same thing as 2 squared to the power of 3, which is equal to 4 to the power of 3. So a to the power of b is equal to 3 to the power of 4, and b to the power of a is equal to 4 to the power of 3. Now, notice how a matches with 3 and b matches with 4 over here, and b matches with 4 over here, and a matches with 3 over here, meaning a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 4. And you can even check this by plugging this in over here. 4 to the power of 3 minus 3 to the power of 4 is equal to 17. Well, 4 to the power of 3 is 64. And 3 to the power, or sorry, it's the opposite. 3 to the power of 4 minus 4 to the power of 3 equals 17. So I have 81 minus 64, which is 17.